Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. XRP has been in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap forever. And frankly, it might stay in the top 10 cryptos by market cap forever because it's functionally useful. The attributes that it has are unfortunately rare. Actually, some of them are pretty damn rare. Like XRP, it just works. Well, I'll tell you, I don't like the tribal nature of what it is to participate in the world of crypto. I get it. Human nature is human nature. I appreciate thoughtful discourse. I like ideas being thoughtfully challenged. But when it comes to crypto, my gosh, it's like a bunch of Neanderthals just grunting at each other and chucking rocks. It's completely ridiculous. Take a look at this headline from Crypto Globe. Former developer advocate at Ripple explains why XRP has stayed in the top 10. And so this is interesting. It came from false statements from somebody in crypto, working actually within the industry, as a fact, blockchain industry in general, NFT specifically, just false assertions about XRP. Although I will say in this case, it had a happy ending. It didn't devolve into Neanderthal tribalism, which is kind of rare, which is just another reason it's worth highlighting here. But look, before going any further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So let's jump into this piece from Crypto Globe. On Tuesday, May 31st, Matt Hamilton, who is currently Director of Developer Relations at BitInsure, explained why digital asset XRP has been able to stay among the top 10 crypto assets by market cap. Now, between February 2021 and September 2021, Hamilton worked at Ripple as Director of Developer Relations, and between September 2021 and March 2022, he was the Californian fintech firm's principal developer advocate. So Matt Hamilton, I've highlighted him on the channel a number of times over the years. He's been in the XRP community, if I'm not mistaken, since like 2016, before I even knew XRP existed. And he actually just happened to have worked out for him and Ripple. He ended up working at Ripple for a little over a year. So he knows his stuff, though. Okay, he is one of the tech guys. Okay, he knows his stuff on that front. He's one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever come across within our XRP community when it comes to the tech side of things here. And I mean, he also understands in terms of utility, all sorts of other stuff. I'm not downplaying that, but I'm just saying from a tech perspective, he really, really knows his stuff. Piece continues. Hamilton's comments about XRP were made in response to the following tweet by Cardano fan Victor Duran, who is social media manager at NFT Maker. And here is the tweet from this Cardano fan. By the way, I've also been holding Cardano since 2017. I've been holding XRP since 2017. I hold almost 30 different cryptocurrencies. But unfortunately, you'll see here, he was stating things about XRP that just aren't true. Here's what he said. I know nothing about Ripple XRP other than it aims to make cross-border payments cheap. But is it actually being used? I'm curious. How has it maintained a top 10 position? No decentralized exchanges, no smart contracts, no non-fungible tokens, and it's in an ongoing lawsuit with the SEC. So look, if that's your position, at some point, given that it is still in the top 10 cryptos by market cap, and it always has been, shouldn't you, I mean, you say you're curious. Okay, you say you're curious. Fine. Why didn't you Google it? Because I'm not sure. I wasn't sure. Like the intent. I don't know the intent for sure. But when people tweet stuff like that, usually what I find is they're trolls. Now in this case, I don't actually think that he was being a troll. But maybe this isn't the best starting point. Maybe just ask questions if you're actually curious, because you stated a bunch of things there that aren't true. So maybe a good starting point is recognizing, wow, I must be missing something. Wow, XRP. XRP holders are getting attacked. SEC's going after Ripple. All this stuff's happening. And you don't think maybe there's some piece of information that you are unaware of that has resulted in it being in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap for the entirety of its existence when there are only 3 cryptocurrencies on the entire planet that can claim that, with the other 2 being Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it. There's 3 cryptos on the planet that their whole existence have always been in the top 10. Would have been worth asking that, right? And so here was Matt Hamilton, former Ripple employee's response to this. He wrote, "No decentralized exchange, question mark, exclamation point." The XRP ledger was the very first decentralized exchange. So let's pause to note, that is literally true. It was the first. It had never been done before. It was an idea that David Schwartz and Arthur Brito and Jed McCaleb thought was pretty cool and pretty neat. And they could do without sacrificing the blazing fast speed of XRP, which is what they were shooting for upon developing it in the first place. Because when they were creating XRP, they were just looking to make a better version of Bitcoin because they were fans of Bitcoin. They just thought there was a better way to come to consensus, to solve the double spend problem. That was it. Matt Hamilton continues. It was the first blockchain to allow the tokenization of assets. It has NFTs, and native NFT support is currently being voted on by the community for activation. Right? Most smart contract functionality is built in, but also hooks being developed. The reason that XRP has stayed in the top 10 is because it works. It does what it says on the tin. The XRP ledger is still the best blockchain for payments and transferring value around. It is decentralized, secure, fast, cheap, scalable, well-tested, stood the test of time. End quote. Well, that's sure as hell true. It's just, there's like, other than the tribalism and controversy that's brought by Bitcoin maximalists because they just don't like the way that XRP, frankly, is being positioned by Ripple to help the legacy financial system. That's where a lot of it started anyway. Which is funny now because really, if you want to ask what's the true banker's coin, well, it would be Bitcoin, not XRP. What's being embraced by Goldman Sachs? What's being embraced by JP Morgan after all this time? Well, not XRP, Bitcoin. So it's the banker's coin, but still, they don't understand their faulty logic. It's a complete non sequitur, but this is the way that they just choose to embrace the world, right? But XRP, there is no drama around it other than that nonsense because it just works, which is rare. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but it's kind of rare in crypto. It's just blazing fast. Transactions almost free, consumes almost no energy. It's a home run. There's a reason that it's been in the top 10 all of this damn time. And it's only getting more adopted and only getting better for all sorts of use cases, including as a bridge currency via Ripple and their on-demand liquidity product, which is proprietary. That is incredible. Talk about standing the test of time. It's still early days, but man, to make it this long and stay in the top 10, this is a true rarity. So, although it's a little bit silly for him to have put out that tweet in the first place, to his credit, he was an adult about it. So I want to give credit where it's due. Because I understand, when you see a tweet like this, you assume, this is what people tend to do, and I don't blame them, they tend to assume that it's actually an attack. Maybe it's a veiled attack, where you're like, I'm curious, I don't get it. But really, your true opinion is, this is stupid, it shouldn't be here. XRP, it's top 10, no, that's dumb. That's what you typically see. And then, if you share facts, typically what you get in response is a bunch of nonsense, or they'll curse at you, or this or that. That's usually what I see, because a lot of times these people are just trolls. He seemed to be behaving like an adult. So again, I wanted to give credit where it's due because unfortunately, this is kind of rare. And so here's one of his tweets in response to all this. And he did take some heat. And I understand why people in our community can be a little bit fired up when they see this stuff. You know, it doesn't mean that you should go too hard in the paint in terms of being rude. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that I get it. It's because the XRP community is the most attacked community in all of crypto. But anyway, here's what Victor wrote. He said, "Hey, I'm extremely ignorant when it comes to XRP, but my chat with Matt was enlightening. I wish the XRP ledger community nothing but success. Stop the madness and let's put an end to these crypto wars." End quote. Hey, I can get behind that. Seems like he's being mature. He didn't, as far as I saw anyway, I didn't see him attacking anybody. He just said, thanks for educating me and shared information, so on and so forth. Here's another tweet from him. He said, "Thanks to everyone who took the time to educate me. I now look at XRP with different eyes. Truly not trolling. Also, to all you trolls, y'all are good. You might just have a career there." So, cool. That's fine. So even if he's not some sort of huge mega XRP fan, all of a sudden he is looking at it different. There were people who were adults and sharing actual information from our community, and now we know some stuff that he didn't know. And we don't have to be Neanderthals chucking rocks at each other. How about this? Now, that being said, most cryptocurrencies will go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. Take a look at this timely headline from CNBC. Crypto firms say thousands of digital currencies will collapse. Compare market to early .com days. This is something, folks, that I've been saying for years and years on end. I don't know when the come to Jesus moment will be, but it is just a matter of time. And when might it come? Well, my opinion is that it's going to come during a bear market. It's not, well, that makes logical sense, right? It's not going to come during the euphoric stage. All these cryptos start dying. No. There's going to be euphoric blow off top, and then at some point, money's going to just start getting taken out of the crypto space. There will be sufficient maturation, and then a lot of these cryptocurrencies, I just don't think they're coming back. Now, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's inevitable. It's what you saw at the .com boom and bust, which is part of the reason I found this article so interesting. And also there's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse here I wanted to share with you. But anyway, piece reads as follows. Several cryptocurrency industry players have told CNBC that thousands of digital tokens are likely to collapse, while the number of blockchains in existence will also fall over the coming years. There are more than 19,000 cryptocurrencies in existence and dozens of blockchain platforms that exist. A blockchain platform such as Ethereum is the underlying technology that many of these different cryptocurrencies are built upon. The recent collapse of so-called algorithmic stablecoin Terra USD and its associated digital token Luna, which sent shockwaves through the market, has thrust a spotlight on the thousands of cryptocurrencies in existence and whether they will all survive. Yeah, well, they don't do anything. So the answer is no, they're not going to. The ones that don't do anything, they will go extinct. But here's a quote from Bertrand Perez, who is the CEO of the Web3 Foundation. And speaking to CNBC at World Economic Forum in Davos last week, he said the following. One of the effects of what we've seen last week with the Terra issue is we're at the stage where basically there are far too many blockchains out there, too many tokens, and that's confusing users. And that's also bringing some risks for the users. Like at the beginning of the internet, you were having lots of .com companies and lots of them were scams and were not bringing any value, and all that got cleared. And now we have very useful and legit companies. Exactly. This is inevitable, folks. Again, I don't know what the timeline will be for this. It is coming, though. Now, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse was quoted as stating the following. I think there's a question about whether or not we need 19,000 new currencies today. In the fiat world, there's maybe 180 currencies. End quote. Yeah, exactly. So for every new business idea, you do not need a new form of money. Imagine if you go to the grocery store and you want to buy a banana and you had to have a banana token. Or you want to buy, I don't know, bologna. Then you had to have a bologna token. Can you imagine that? You had to use a new form of currency for every individual item that you want. No, that's stupid. You don't need that. So most of these are going to go away. Now, I do understand there can be value to having a token on a blockchain if there's a legitimate idea and decentralization makes sense. But for a lot of these ideas, it's just like, use a database, you little bitches. You don't need everything to be decentralized. Not literally everything. Damn it. But is XRP going to last? Is it going to make it through the shakeout whenever that happens? Well, I think the answer is yes, so long as it continues to be adopted and useful as it is today. As long as we keep going in that direction, even if price goes down and crypto markets tank, that doesn't mean for sure that it's going to zero. As long as it's useful, I don't think it's going to get thrown out. And so there was this. This article is from August 8th, 2020. It's been a long time since I highlighted this, but given the nature of the content that I'm covering in this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, I thought it would be worth sharing this with you. The title of this piece from the Daily Hodl is XRP will be one of the few crypto assets to survive, says Pantera CEO, and here's why. I just want to share one quote from this article. Worth noting, Pantera CEO Dan Morad, obviously very pro XRP. He was also the guy that founded the first cryptocurrency hedge fund on the planet within the United States. So he's been in crypto for a long time, and I believe that was 2013, if I'm not mistaken, but he's never been a maximalist. He's just been like a level-headed dude, and I always appreciate his analysis. But here's one of his quotes. Check this out. He's talking about XRP within this quote. Here we go. I don't have the view a lot of people do in our space. Like there's only one and only true heaven, and it has to be whatever it is, Ether or Bitcoin or whatever it is. They do different things, and it's kind of like in the early 90s being a Yahoo maximalist. Yeah, Yahoo is good, but there were 30 really important companies, and a portfolio should have had a little bit of all those. And that's the way I feel about cryptocurrencies. Each one of the 8 or 10 that are going to exist in 10 years are going to do its own thing. They're competing with trillions of dollars, trillions of dollar markets like gold, cross-border money movement, remittance, wealth storage, all that stuff. So there's plenty of opportunity. And that's another thing I always like to remind people is it's not like XRP and Ether fighting each other. We're fighting the Argentine peso. To put it another way, we're fighting these paper currencies, and there's plenty of room for each of the cryptos to work. End quote. So, and oh, actually, this is the more money one. Actually, let me show you this one. Yeah, here we go. I see a world where we have 8 or 10 really important blockchains 10 years from now, and XRP is going to be one of them. There you go. Now that's confidence. And again, and since then, so what's happened since then? Forget the SEC stuff, which is bad, obviously. What's happened with XRP adoption since then? It's just gone through the roof. It's just through, I mean, in terms of utility as a bridge currency and every other aspect of this that you could talk about, yes, up dramatically. So, no way to know anything for sure. I'm not pretending there's no risk. I never do. You know me. I try to take as reasonable approach as possible. I want to be a realist in a world where everybody's just tribal and not intellectually honest. I want to take a different approach. I just want to be honest about prospects of some of the stuff working out while acknowledging that a lot of it's not. And I'll probably look back in 5 or 10 years and be like, wow, I was wrong on X, Y, Z, whatever it is, because there's no way I'm going to be right about it. Of course not. Anybody that says that, they're full of themselves, all right? I just don't know which things I believe to be true that aren't true. Or in hindsight, I've been, wow, yeah, I guess that was a silly way of looking at things. But there's going to be some things like that, of course. That's why it's so fun to be in this space, though, and just watch it all unfold. We got front row seats, my friends. So, all reasons in the world to be optimistic as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. So that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.